community, Ibrahim Wambi led others in a symbolic community sanitation where they appealed to the people to stop indiscriminate dumping of refuse.
And then the tools that they gave us, I will give you assurance that I will know how to handle the tools and then to maintain it so that we are able to do the work and make sure that everything is perfect.
Another area of sensitization is the need for behavioral change.
We really need to encourage waste segregation, because with waste segregation you have a lot of things that will now be converted into wealth. Things that we now feel before that is waste, we can now convert it into wealth, and the youth will have things to do, and at least there will be some change or some money in their pocket.
We are looking for the community to take ownership, especially of waste management. Have a central place where every waste is dumped. Then we will, if you see communities moving towards change, you can now take it forward that by helping them to understand how to turn that waste into wealth.
Sanitation is a community affair. It's a local government affair. It should be driven at the local level. If you stop open dumping, if you stop open defecation at the local community, then we will not be having outbreaks of cholera and other wash-related diseases.
The ministry's campaign also touched on preventing pollution of water bodies, air and land for a sustainable ecosystem, as well as improved resource recovery to promote circular economy in waste management. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
The rainy season comes with benefits and challenges to human and the environment. It is imperative that with the rains, the motoring public are careful when plying the highways and as well take heed to adequately maintain their vehicles. Cecilia Julius identifies critical areas which motorists must comply with in the rainy season and beyond. The reports.
The need for proper maintenance of vehicles constantly and periodically cannot be overemphasized, especially as the rainy season is at its peak. Drivers in the FCT relayed their experience on driving during the rains.
It's very difficult driving during the rain because the clothes will be wet. The glass will be fainty somehow. The next time you cannot be seen far. Secondly, if it is in the night, it will be more difficult because the headlamp, there is no way the headlamp will be shining as supposed to shine in the daytime.
If you are experienced, you don't apply so much speed when it is raining. So you move on a normal speed that you can control.
Relevant authorities advise the motoring public on how best to navigate during this season.
Drivers driving in the rain, especially when the rain is falling, first of all, you must ensure that your wipers are working fine. And for those who have air conditioners in their cars, that's the time to use the air conditioners because normally you have a clearer view. Apart from that, you also needed to have your tires, changed, because what actually makes a car to brake is the grip between the road and the tires. And once the tire marks are worn out, the tendency is, even when you brake, you have a longer stopping distance. And if it's too heavy, just find a very, very convenient place and park until the rain subsides. Then you can proceed on your trip.
You don't have to drive against, traffic. You don't have to overspeed. You don't have to park, your vehicle in an unauthorized space. All these things are very clear in our regulations.
They warn that vehicles with poor beaming lights, faulty fog lights, and bad tires will be impounded, while drivers who go against road signs will be arrested. Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Up next, his sports updates with Olalekan Kelajulu.
Team Nigeria has won a total of 15 medals comprising 5 gold, 7 silver and 3 bronze on day 1 of the ongoing 25th Gymstar International Club World Championship holding in Malta. 11-year-old Francisca Opanko and 9-year-old Adila Adedeji both won 2 golds each, as 10-year-old Mesoma Okafor and her sister Chiamanda Okafor made up the rest for Team Nigeria. The 4-day competition, which is the first European appearance for TIG gymnasts, had them competing against 9 other countries. According to certified gymnastic coach Anthony Asoko, 9 gymnasts are representing Team Nigeria at the event. Captain of the Nigeria Super Falcons, Onome Ebi, has dispelled the rumor that they are planning to boycott their opening game at the upcoming FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. The Nigeria women's team has been at loggerhead with the Nigerian Football Federation over bonus issues, and rumors emanating shows the players are planning to boycott their first match as a sign of protest.
So I don't know where that comes from. I don't think there's any comment on that.
In handball, Bayelsa Queens earned their first victory Saturday on Day 7 of the Handball Premier League 2023 Phase 1 ongoing in Benin City, Edo State. Bayelsa Queens, who before now had not won any match, defeated experienced Imo Grasshoppers 22-21. In other matches in the women's category, defending champion Safety Babes continued their lead on the table as they beat Bendel Dynamos 46-21, while Seaside Babes and Delta Force played out a 29-29 draw. In the men's category, Toja Marine Academy came back to winning ways after defeating Police Machine 28-20, while Lagos Seasiders earned a 26-22 victory over Benue Buffaloes. In volleyball, Nigeria beat Benin Republic 3-0 25-15, 25-15, 25-9 to qualify for the women's final of the ongoing 2023 Africa Under-21 Volleyball Championship Zone 3 in Niamey, Niger Republic on Saturday. Nigeria's most valuable player against Benin Republic, Mariam Ibrahim, gave Nigerians assurance that the team will win the 2023 Africa Under-21 Nations Volleyball Championship Zone 3. With sports updates, Olalekan Kelajolu, NTA News.
We take a break and thereafter News Scoop continues. Good night.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class blue sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Tafarafort, Overback Road, Uyo, your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Welcome to the second part of News Scope. Glad to know that you are still there. Yes, to our very first report. He grew up to become a medical engineer after graduation and was gainfully employed in Akwa Ibom State. His dreams to fulfill his destiny as an engineer may have been truncated when the company he worked for laid him off in 2011. At a time when friends and relatives thought it was all over, the man in the picture gathered his pieces and now lives from proceeds raised from the bamboo tree. Surprising. Clement Barakwi tells us more.
In every man lies one talent or the other that is waiting for the right time to manifest. This is Umo Ita, a man among such men whose talent may have been delayed but surely manifested when his blue sky turned grey. For more than 5 years after graduation, Umo could not discover his talent, and when the juicy offer of working with a company came, he quickly grabbed it with 2 hands. Who would love to miss such an opportunity, by the way?
I left my job 2011, so I ventured into other things, but I could not really make it out of that area. There was an end to everything, the business, everything went off.
Today, without any training, Umo is using bamboo trees to produce any kind of furniture, cup and kitchen cabinets and other utensils. With a visit to his home nicknamed Nature Garden, one is greeted with bamboo trees planted all over, and he has presently converted a section of his house into a workshop.
So it's the most common wood around our tropics. So we get boys to enter into the forests and they harvest this thing for us. We specify really what we want, because we are not using young bamboos. We are using something that is about 3 years, up to about 3 years. You soak them under the chemicals. You soak them and you keep them there for some months. Can be up to 1 month or more than that, depending on what you want. Because everything lies on the treatment. If you can't treat it well, you cannot make use of it. As you are working on it, the weevils, the powder posts, beetles is acting on it, so your job becomes useless.
Umo is happily married, and like the saying goes, behind every successful man, there is a woman who works hard to transform raw bamboos into furnitures.
I cannot just allow my husband to do something so beautiful. I'm not part of it. So I love the job, and I'm very happy being part of the whole thing, doing it, also assisting him.
It's very interesting because I like craft work, I like something that is creative. I like creative work.
The main challenge that we have in this job for now is the acquisition of machines. As I told you, there are a lot of areas we have not entered. With machines, if we have good machines, we can be able to produce even the clothes that we are wearing.
In less than 2 years into the bamboo furniture making, Ita is breaking new grounds, discovering more unlimited uses for bamboo trees. Some of his finished products are taken to an open space in Uyo for exhibition, and yours truly had a feel of some of them and can report that it feels good to sit on the chairs and drink from the cup. In Uyo, Clement Barkui, NTNU.
Very beautiful end products there, you may say, and indeed, necessity is the mother of all invention. Moving to Maiduguri now, the capital of Borno State and also the headquarters of the Kanuri clan, there is this age-long idea of fashion among the ladies that is refusing to give way to the forces of modernity. It is called nose piercing, considered the second most popular kind of piercing after ear piercings. Zainab Adam takes a look at this age-long practice.
Put on nose jewelry like gold.
Aisha Ibrahim is one of the women in Borno who has been with a pierced nose for ages, although sees it as a symbol of peace and love rather than for beauty alone. Nose piercings have been practiced for thousands of years in different nations, including Africa, India, as well as the Middle East, to complement women's look. The different kinds of nose piercing included nasal piercing, septum piercing, multiple nostril piercing, high nostril piercing, and nostril piercing, among others.
A woman with a pierced nose has more integrity than the one that does not have in Kanuri culture, and once pierced, the nose will never block.
I am so used to my nostril that I feel incomplete without.
I do admire my friends, so I decided to pierce mine.
Afiniki Sakama, a beautician, takes us through the process of piercing a nose with a portable machine, different from the conventional method used before.
We have to use spirit and clean, as in the machine. We will clean the machine and we will clean the nose of the person, either the ear or the nose of the person that we are going to pierce. We will make sure the place that we will pierce is very clean to avoid any infection. So this piercing machine, it came in different sizes. If you use any earring that is not original, once that earring techno started bringing out inside that earring that you use, that wound will not heal. England, most people know England that we used to wear in our ear, that is original England. Yes, that's one that we paste with. So after 2 or 3 days, you can change it and wear any one that you want to, those small size. But I advise them to use original stainless steel. Because that small earring, it came in different, some are long, some are short, some are original, some are local. So someone have to choose the one that is original steel.
How appreciative are men about women with a pierced nose?
Kanuri people adopt anything that comes from Islam as their part and parcel, because the Kanuri is born in Islam. Whenever a lady is, is termed to be, a kind of beautiful or good looking like this, so there must be, that pinching of the nose, that could be ears, and sometimes because of cultural differences, there could be tribal mark and all this and that. These are all accompanying part of making a beauty out of a woman. The Shuwa people, the Koyan people, the Badawi people, and other sects, they sort of pinch their nose to make it beautiful. But normally, they put either gold ring here or any other one.
Nose piercing is good, but I don't like septum. I prefer nostril piercing.
It will no doubt be a long time before nose piercings become obsolete, as more and more businesses concentrate on providing jewelry for it. Whether you pierce your left or right nose, maintaining nose hygiene is one of the etiquettes of good hygiene and beautification.
Yeah, nose piercing there, very beautiful. Oftentimes, people and government speak in condemnation of crimes in the society, yet crimes are still being committed despite efforts to sensitize the populace on the dangers of crime. In the case of Jungle Justice, this has continued despite repeated campaigns against this barbaric act. Maureen Luajom takes us through a recent incident in Netham, Akankwa local government area of Cross River State, where some youths accused a mother of 4 of witchcraft and burnt her to death. Viewer discretion is advised.
Martina Itagbo, a mother of 4, is said to have been accused of witchcraft following the death of 2 brothers in an auto crash. It was on the heels of the accusation that she was beaten and her fingers chopped off, after which she was set ablaze by some irate youths of the community of Old Netham in Akankwa local government area of Cross River State, suspected to be cultists. Investigation reveals that Madam Itagbo was in her son's in-law house where she visited to receive medication over an injury incurred in her farm, and on that fateful day, shortly after her 2 daughters had left for 6 a.m. mass, the irate youths, suspected to be cultists, invaded the premises and carried out the act against humanity. It was also gathered that efforts made by her son-in-law and others to arrest the situation was abortive, as the village chief and others concerned were said to be insensitive, allowing the cruelty to be carried out. NTA News crew visited the community. The major stakeholders, including the village chief and other community leaders, could not be reached. However, the children of Madam Martina are hopeful that justice will be served.
Let them arrest them. If they arrest them, what they did to my mother, they should do the same thing to them.
We are appealing to the government and the federation to assist us, since we don't have anybody in the high places to fight for us, neither do we have finances to fight for our mother. We can't fight, but with the help of the government, I think everything will be fine. They should help us and fight for her justice.
The Cross River State Governor, Senator Basi Otu, has already ordered the law enforcement agency to arrest and ensure that the perpetrators face full wrath of the law.
What has happened at New Netham in Akankwa is alien to Cross River State, just like His Excellency Senator Basi Edward Otu has said. That is why he instructed or directed the State Commissioner of Police to go after those that were allegedly behind this dastardly act. The Cross River State government is particularly pleased that the police have made tremendous gains by the arrest of 26 individuals. The government is committed to seeing that anyone that is found culpable will pay dearly for it. And it is a note of warning to all those that may be imagining, that they could simply take the laws into their hands. It is not permitted.
Consequently, the Cross River State Police Command has so far arrested 26 persons in connection with the crime.
26 persons has been arrested in connection with the crime. They are writers with us here in State CID. The Commissioner of Police have ordered district investigation on the matter. So, with the help of these suspects, we get to others, main prime suspects in the case. So there's no cause for alarm. We are on it. Very soon, the world will hear the outcome of the investigation.
It would be recalled that a few years ago, after the death of a Catholic priest, Reverend Father Daniel Omonga, and others in a ghastly auto crash, these same youths killed 4 chiefs in the community and burnt houses and property worth millions of naira. The youths alleged that the 4 chiefs who were murdered were wizards, and reports has it that nothing happened to any of these youths, and one could say this has emboldened them to continue with their barbarism. In Calabar, Maureen Leo, Ajom, NTA News.
Say no to jungle justice, it's never an option, and we hope that justice will be done. Moving on now, the menace of car theft and armed robbery is taking another dimension in the FCT as criminals target luxury cars amid concerns. Tessie Omeri reports that this worrisome trend is a challenge to security agencies as they try to stay a step ahead.
Gone in 60 Seconds is a famous Hollywood hit back in America, but this is Nigeria, and this highway is no racetrack. Yet, these daredevil drivers have made away with expensive automobiles. Findings show that insecurity is taking another dimension on residents of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, in recent times, with heightened incidents of kidnapping and car thefts, which were hitherto not rampant. But for the common crime of one chance, where victims are disposed of valuables often at gunpoint. However, exotic car theft is a new angle introduced which has left many tongues wagging, given the complex security architecture of the nation's capital, widely seen as fortified.
These criminals come to car stand. After negotiation, is either they issue a fake check or a fake alert, or some even come with fake currencies claiming they want to make purchase of car. So we have to be very, very vigilant.
The latest happened at a car mart in the central area of Abuja. This is the reported crime scene where the suspect bolted away with a Mercedes valued at 55 million naira. Owner of the car mart, Muhammad Buhari, and his team, who were just alerted on Tuesday that the luxury car has been found, are still in shock.
A friend of mine said that he has a customer. He came around, had to pick the vehicle, saying that he wants to take the vehicle around, that he has a client that wants to buy the vehicle. Around, the guy had to run away with the vehicle at the filling station.
We recovered the car on Tuesday morning. So the police called us and they sent us the pictures of the car and the chassis over to confirm if it's truly the vehicle. So unfortunately it is.
The police on its part is leaving no stone unturned in unraveling this strange ordeal and ensuring crime and criminality is nipped in the bud.
One's come to buy their car and he want to go for test. I think they should assign 2 of their colleagues to follow. One will be at the front, one will be at the back. Let them go around for testing, because they'll know how one person will empower 2 people.
The vehicle has been recovered in Asaba, Delta State. We are very, very grateful to Almighty Allah and the police, Nigerian police.
They have also turned up the heat on kidnappers who now attack homes and abduct victims in parts of town where some have relocated for fear of the unknown. In Abuja, Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Wow, with this increasing crime rate around us, everybody has to be on the alert. And you also have the responsibility to report any strange element around you. We'll continue shortly after this break. Don't touch that dial.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Welcome to the concluding part of Newscope. Before now, when once your mobile phone has an issue, where to fix it was a nightmare. Such nightmare has long gone thanks to mobile phone technicians who are now handy on almost all the corners. But the technicians say there is more to the trade than the big umbrellas and tables that we see. Clement Barape takes it from here.
Is a trait that it lives inside you, you understand, till you go to death.
26-year-old Emmanuel has not gone through the 4 walls of the university. Only 6 months of apprenticeship in mobile phone repairs did the magic, and today Emmanuel is a professional mobile phone technician, a trade that has put food on his table and helped him take care of his 2 siblings.
You cannot come out here and come and say, you no work today, or customer did not come, or customer did not bring work, you understand? Every to work, people are bringing different kind of phones.
Depending on how God will bless you. If I want to analyze myself, I made up to 20,000 to 30,000 a day.
Under these umbrellas around Ibom Plaza in Uyo are talented young Nigerians who rather prefer staying here than going into an AC office for white-collar jobs.
Yeah, if they offer me the work, I will not do it. Yeah, I will still maintain my work.
Someone cannot just tell me leave phone business to government work, then I will go like that.
Like every other trade, the business of mobile phone repairs has its own challenges. The only major barrier standing between these young technicians and their goals is a central business area equipped with latest technologies.
Like the dream that we have in Akwa Ibom State to develop a science park here for us, I think it would have gone a long way and it would have reduced the level of poverty in the country.
If you are straightforward, you understand, and you have the equivalent tools to use and work, you have money.
There are so many tools that I don't have, which if I have it at place, it will help me a lot.
The obstacles notwithstanding, some mobile phone technicians have continued to give many Nigerians value for their money and reconnect them to their friends and family members. In Uyo, Clement Barakui, NTA News.
Yeah, I'm moving to environmental issues. With the weather becoming cooler by the day, health experts are calling for caution to protect children from cold-related ailments. Whatever Achibon tells us how they should be done.
Cold weather, research shows, can increase the risk of illness and death from cough, lung and heart problems, poor mental health, among other health implications. It is observed that the weather has been extremely cold since June 2022, with lots of cold-related illnesses. And with the lingering cold weather, Nigerians, especially nursing mothers, are not leaving anything to chance, as they say it has become imperative that they do more than just visit the health facility. These parents who agree that the cold is beyond the usual also admit that children seem to be the most vulnerable.
It's not been easy on children having cold, catarrh, cough and all of that. Different experiences. Some of them at night you see them shaking, shivering and all of that. So most times it's just to protect them, always putting on trousers for them putting on cardigan for them in order to prevent it from coming and you rushing them to the hospital all the time.
It's very, very cold. I won't lie to you. That is part of the issue where we are here today. I'm treating my 2 kids. Cold is part of it. My only way of prevention is, like, as you can see, they're having their cardigan with them. I make sure they wear cardigan at home. They put on their socks as well because of the towels. Because if a child is stepping on the towels with barefooted, it's not also good. Cold can easily enter from their foot.
You have to put on her pullover, or you keep her in a warm place so that it will not affect him.
A nursing officer in charge of an immunization unit of one of the primary health centers in Uyo Metropolis narrated her encounter with babies while reeling out some ways to stay healthy during the season.
Cold weather can affect children. If you don't cover the children very well, especially the babies, it can affect. This time, they can have what we call pneumonia. So, to cover the baby very well, wear the clothes that will cover to avoid air being entering.
Prevention, they say, is better than cure. This popular adage is becoming more relevant as it has become necessary to guard against extreme cold for a healthy living in Uyo. Utobe Achibong, NTA News.
We need to protect ourselves from cold. Cold is real. And moving on now, the news of medical students drowned in Calabar about 2 weeks ago is still fresh in our memories, igniting the need to observe safety measures on water. Correspondent in Yenogwa in this report x-ray safety measures to follow on river transportation.
Maritime safety and security is critical as a means of transportation. Bayelsa, a coastal state where many communities are settled along rivers and creeks, are accessible through water transportation, thus require more emphasis on maritime safety consciousness and the need to adhere to standards. But is this the case?
No life jackets here. I can swim. I know how to swim. That is why, even though I don't collect the life jacket, I can cross. Nothing can happen to me.
What then is the role of critical stakeholders who are responsible for enforcement of standards like the use of life jackets for passengers and avoid night travels?
Life jackets, life ring, anchor and chain, toolbox, first aid box, paddle, and so many things that contain in that of your license is listed. So the task force is enforcing that any boat that does not have all this safety equipment in your boat, you cannot load.
It's a collective thing. Government has to play a role, individuals has to play a role. The union, we are trying our best to see how every boat will comply. Now we don't load boats without life jackets. But most of the times, you know, you agree with me that boats are used individually. There is a burial, you can just go and shatter anybody and you move.
Talking about the night driving, it is dangerous. Yes, but then there are some certain situations you can't avoid it. You are there, someone needs an emergency. You need to take the person to Yenegua, where you get a good medical facility, or a nearby community that is having a good medical facility. You can't avoid because there is a law there that they shouldn't move. It's an emergency. So government should also look at all these ones and, if possible, provide ambulance.
Within the space of 1 month, Bayelsa has recorded 3 boat mishaps, resulting to loss of lives. These unfortunate incidents have left many worried, and the need for all critical stakeholders to play their collective roles.
The life vest is not on board the vehicle, not on board the vessel. Don't board it. Tell the captain on board, where are your life vests? 1, if he doesn't provide it for you, don't go on board. Look for a suitable one that has those work vests so that you protect yourself.
If this thing is what we need, you are traveling on the water, and every individual is supposed to afford it by himself. When you know you are coming to the water, get it to help the Maritime Workers Union. Because why am I saying so? Sometimes the one the boat will give to you might look somehow not as neat as this I am wearing. You come with it from your house to on board the boat. You save the situation.
That life jacket where they talk, it is good. It is safe. When you don't wear them till when something don't happen, even though you know service swim safe, God said today not be your own, you know go die. Till by the grace of God, people go come rescue them. So life jacket is good for that side. But other areas where me I don't go far, travel go far. Like our southern is all that side. The other areas na bridge in Ide. You know say na bridge in Ide be everything. And flying boat way with the big boat self they capsize. People they die. Make them try get a breeze go reach our small area.
Stakeholders in the maritime sector are calling on the state government to support the sector to boost security and safety on the waterways. In Yenagua, Ebinimi, Zitemiola, NTA News.
Yeah, in all that we do, let safety be our watchword. And to our final report, 89 years ago, a female legend by name Imelda was born and raised to add value to her society with several legacies and fond memories which her loved ones carry with them. Gone but not forgotten, Etieka Imelda Ayomba, as was fondly called, was the mother of the general manager of NTA Uyo, Mrs. Alice Ube. Having been around, seen and conquered her world, family, friends and associates of the deceased and her children stopped at nothing to celebrate her exit. Correspondent was there for Newscoop. Born on August 10, 1934, Etieka Imelda Ayomba was an only child of her mother, Madam Alice Nofe of Delta State. Greatly cherished by her parents, her father was one of the early Sierra Leoneans who worked in Calabar. Beautiful and intelligent, Etieka Imelda received excellent education and commenced her teaching career in 1954 when she was barely 19 years. Done with so much passion, her career spanned several decades even after retirement, teaching, molding and impacting knowledge on future generations. Her sterling qualities at work, in church and the society at large earned her several awards.
She was loving, she was a mother in Israel. She did more than mothers could do. I told people that mothers and their mothers. So I will remember her for everything. But the mother was just all-encompassing. She was a 100 woman in one woman. She was good. She was everybody's mother. She embraced everybody's children. She was generous to a fault, especially to the church. Anything that had to do with church, my mother would give everything for it. She has done well. She did not go center. She had her bath, she woke up, she ate, and then she slept very peacefully and nicely.
A great woman, Etieka Imelda rose from a humble beginning to become the cynosure of all eyes, loved and celebrated by all.
Testimonies about this woman in church. It is clear that she lived a very, very, very sounding life. So I think they should be celebrating the life of this great woman. A number of people present here, that will tell you that she touched lives in different ways. So I don't think you should mourn such a soul. I think she should build on what this woman has done and make sure their life is better than what she's done.
They should remember the legacies Mama left behind. They should remember how she served God. They should remember her service to humanity. They should remember all the goodwill she has enjoyed everywhere. People who are gathered there have said a lot of good things about her. That